Hey guys, I'm Koko. Today I wanted to showcase a couple of RimWorld mods for 2020 that expand on the game and add a lot of new, unique or outright crazy races. All of these mods have been updated to work with new 1.1 update and nobility DLC. Note that I'm not affiliated with any of the mod creators and I'm not promoting these mods because I was asked to. Also, you can find links to all of these mods on Steam Workshop in the description below. Just keep in mind that all of them require humanoid alien races mod to work properly. Now, if you're still watching, press F for all of those that just left because I made a 30-second intro, and let's begin. First mod on the list adds Poleepkwa Race, better known as Prawns from the 2009 sci-fi film hit District 9. If you've not watched that movie yet, go do it now. It's a great one and you've got plenty of time now that we're all quarantined. In the movie, prawns are basically some kind of space bugs that dropped on Earth because their spaceship malfunctioned. Soon they find themselves interred into concentration camps and hit by some heavy xenophobia. But in RimWorld, we can do better than humans ever did. You can play as Poleepkwa Race or trade with their faction that comes with the mod. Because the mod doesn't add any special research, weapons or items, if you want to get that proper prawn look, I recommend using Kenshi apparel pack mod and equip them with some rags and tegelmusts. Their sprites are very detailed and lovely looking and they can also eat kibble without any debuffs, so they could be perfect corpse disposal units. Next race pushes the weirdness slider to the max. Introducing Mincho, the mint choco slime race. Yes, this race is made out of mint and chocolate. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, it just is. Minchos will sometimes poop out some mint chocolate for everyone to enjoy, and their special power is love for all the humankind. They're not very intelligent because their chocolate brains are not that evolved, but they also don't get affected by psychic pulses. They come with their own set of apparel that consists of knitted tops and ice cream buckets. In truth, they're way too anime looking for me to ever use them, but the fact that they poop out chocolate made me love them. And all they really need is someone to love. Will you be that someone? There are a lot of mods that add beast-like races, and picking amongst all of them, Thrumkin was one of those that really caught my eye. It adds a Neolithic race of humanoid thrumbos, or thromboid humans. Anyway, they look extremely cool. They are great melee fighters and have a touch for flora and fauna, but are pretty bad at crafting and building. They have many more advantages over mere humans, the best one of course being the fact that they can eat wood in a pinch. Perfection! But they also have some disadvantages of course, but who cares about that when you can play as a race that looks really good and can munch on wood all day long. Nom 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 nom. Next mod takes us to sparkling glitter worlds of the Rim, and adds 4 new Xenohuman races that have been genetically engineered to be stronger, tougher, prettier, or more adapted to harsh environments of RimWorlds than mere humans. First, we have soldier morphs, genetically engineered combat units that excel at fighting everything, everywhere, but that leads to a much shorter life expectancy and pretty basic brain capacity. Next, there's designer mates. They have been engineered to be pleasant to look upon on the street or in the bed or, well, use your imagination. They're also very good at socializing with others and will get better trade prices and increased prisoner recruitment chance. Wolfmen are for all of you furry lovers out there. They prefer cold climates and they love social fights, using their deadly retractable claws, so you better stockpile on many eye patches. Last but not the least, we have scalemen. Leathery skinned and perfectly adapted to hot biomes, they tend to be lazier and slower than other races, but they also don't need to eat as much. Now, if you were to play as just one of them, which one would you choose and why the heck would it be a furry? In this mod we get to play as Lizardmen, who love to run around wearing as little as possible and don't really enjoy the company of other races. They love a good piece of meat and can suck it down much faster than ordinary human beings. They're a bit tougher as well, with more hit points and bonus immunity to diseases. Their models look very nice and reptilian, of course. They also start with some of their unique Neolithic tech with unique weapons and clothing. But if they can't get hold of any weapons, they can always use their fists, which are deadlier than humans, and their claws can cause bleeding. All in all, a small but a well-rounded mod for those of you that want to go back to your lizard roots. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the 2012 hit game Faster Than Light that inspired many games in the last decade. It comes with a plethora of its own special races one can find flying across the universe, and now you can play those races in RimWorld as well. You can play as Engis, they suck at fighting, but they can build you a palace in no time. Mantis, who will chew your enemies into bits and shit them out without even blinking. They couldn't even build a sandcastle if their life depended on it. Next we have Rockmen. They're slow, have a lot of HP, and they're fireproof. Then we have Slugs. They hate other Xenos but have great psychic resistances. And last but not least we have Zoltan. They glow, generate power, but they'll go boom when they die. The mod also adds a bunch of new buildings, techs and resources, and if you want to enhance your FTL enjoyment even more, you can add additional mods that expand it, adding more unique races like Crystals, who have special abilities unique to them, and Lanias, a metallic race that relies on absorption of minerals for sustenance. There are also separate Clone Bay and Teleporter mods to spice things up even more. Next we have another mod that adds space bugs. The Mantodeans are closely related to mega spiders and live their lives in hive society ruled by a queen. Human factions are not the biggest fans of Mantodeans as they consider raw meat a delicacy and never shy from munching on human flesh. They are adapted to warm climates and they hate cold. They also have acid glands that make their bite poisonous, which makes them a dangerous melee opponents, especially coupled with their natural toughness and strength. The mod also comes with a bunch of new structures like the insect jelly maker that turns meat into jelly, biological turret that spits deadly poisonous acid, or chemical factory that can melt scraps and turn organic matter into fuel. There are also nests for Mantodeans to sleep in, a poison trap, and more. They have special mutagens which work in the same way as bionics do for ordinary humans. You can implant your Mantodeans with mutagens of different colors that have various effects on their bodies, like making them faster or stronger, give them natural armor, or improve their breeding and manipulation. They seem like a perfect race for those that force their colonists to live in one-by-one holes and enjoy feeding human corpses to them. Next on the list are the Forsakens. They're a fallen race that has once been on the brink of perfection, but in the end their hunger for power brought their empire down. They now rise from the ashes as a broken remnant of their former glory and send forth their armies to reclaim their birthright. You can play as the Forsakens or encounter their faction as you travel the Rim. Their bodies are very dark with various glowing features and accompanying horns. They are also very smart and fast, and while they are good melee fighters, they are also pretty weak. They come with their own special armor and clothing that can be unlocked through some basic research. You can also craft special weapons from spears, axes and bows to powerful rifles unique to Forsakens. The mod also includes several new alien plants that fit thematically with their dark and glowy looks, and also a perfect pet to go with their demonic theme, the Nightling, which is a dangerous deformed beast with rows of quills on its back, very cuddly. Next we have a collection of 3 mods that add intelligent reptilian sliders, insectoid Klickmala, and fish-like Ikquans. They all come with their unique style that adds various colors and body parts from snake-like tails and fish fins to extra legs and antennae. Slithers are a combination of humans and snakes. They prefer hotter climates and have stronger bite than ordinary humans, so they are more likely to use it in combat. They also come with 4 tail styles, which help them with locomotion, basically acting as a third leg, so better not step on it. Klickmala are not just another race of space bugs. They have their own unique look and are sporting a pair of antennae, which act as additional side part, so losing an eye is not that big of a deal for them. They also have 2 extra legs which doesn't have any bones, but again, losing just 1 leg doesn't hurt them too much. Last but not least we have the fishy Ikquans. They come sporting a variety of different tails and tail patterns, heads, dorsal fins and colors. They don't mind being wet, in fact, they get a mood buff from it. They also never go burning down your colony, but they do like to eat more often. Ikquans can also use their tails to whip enemies in combat, and I for one would not want to be on the other side of that. And now comes the weirdest race I could find out there. Patapons, which are apparently based on a PlayStation game with the same name, are weird looking eye-boys that come with their unique weapons and items. Not only are there Patapons, there's also a neutral Zigaton faction, which includes even more bizarre looking eye-boy characters. Patapons come with weapons like flame cannon, longhorn, tuba, the machinator, cannon, and a howitzer. Lots of fire and explosive damage there. The Patapon mod is still a work in progress, and there's a lot more features planned in the future, with more races, animals, and weapons. But if you're looking for a race that's just something else and completely different from the usual, then Patapons might be exactly what you're looking for. That's all I've prepared for today. I hope you found some of these mods interesting and that you're going to check them out. I know there's hundreds if not thousands of RimWorld mods out there that deserve to be mentioned, so I'd be interested to hear your top 10 lists. Post them in the comments below or join my Discord channel where we can discuss your picks. Also, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the new videos. I also have an active Let's Play series on my channel where we decided to rebel against the nobility and are now trying to survive everything that merciless Randy can throw at us. But for now, thank you everybody for watching and I'll see you next time.